You woo hassle. I can't believe it's been a year already. Parasocial relationships are very weird, and I've truly come to view you as some sort of friend. Watching you almost daily throughout this shit probably not good for my brain. Anyway, here's $5. buff 5 months has buff. Baby, breaking up with you. It's not you, we're poggers. It's me, Momagalal. I'm sorry if this is pep hands, but it has to be done. I've just been feeling pep hanger in our relationship has been weird and for months. It's time to end it, no kappa. As buff. Hello chat, it's time to stream. Tuesday morning keen. Feeling good and looking the almost Christmas snowy dream. Let's get this started, Abby team. Hassle, hassle, hassle. I'm going to jail. I listened to Coldplay on a Zoom work meeting. Sag. "6 months baby, can I get a peepo hey in chat?" Monitor stream. If his heart rate drops below 55 bpm, the stream will explode. Yo. Love you, Dad. Happy 2 months, babe. It's Leo on the beat, yeah.
Oh my god, it vegans are awesome. Oh my god, it vegans are the best. Oh my god, it vegans are awesome. Oh my god, it vegans are the best. I love vegans. I really do love those people. I love vegans. Oh my god, they're so perfect. I love vegans. I really do love those people. I love vegans. Oh my god, they're so perfect. I love vegans. God, they're fucking sick. I love vegans. I really do love those people. I love vegans. God, they're fucking sick. I love vegans. I really do love those people. Oh my god, it vegans are awesome. Oh my god, it vegans are the best. Oh my god, it vegans are awesome. Oh my god, it vegans are the best. Everybody, if you like vegans, please hit that subscribe button for more vegan content. This is so insane. America deserve vegans, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles. We are live once again, folks. Boys, girls, MBs, we are live and alive. And I hope you are all having a great day. It is Tuesday, December 22nd, 11:28 a.m. and I'm a little late, and I apologize for being late. I was showering, as you can tell from my shiny hair right now. I was showering. Someone said if the heart rate goes too high, the stream will explode. Yes. If my heart rate goes over 120, I will die. No, I won't. My resting, you can see that there is a number in the bottom of the corner there on the left part of the stream. You might be wondering what that number implies, what that number indicates. Well, that number is my heart rate. I have a heart rate monitor on currently. Let me wiggle with it a little bit. Anyway, so that's what I am here for. The fuck is your resting heart rate so damn high? Yeah, it's always high. Anything between 60 and 100 is normal, I think. That's what people say, as far as your resting heart rate is. But remember, I am an avid consumer of caffeine. As a doctor of philosophy, I'm concerned about your heart rate. Yeah. Hold on one second. One moment. Hold on.
Three months, Poggies has love you, big head.
I'm literally always my range is always in the 90s. It's 80 to 100 is my range, no matter what.
Good morning, Dad. I hope you have a great day. I just came all over my chest thinking about you. Stay fresh, kid. Yummy yummy in my tummy. K-pop is the best. Omega lol.
Cool. That's the cool dono. Thanks. Hold on one second. The thing is, I can control it. I can absolutely control it. That's the problem is basically the problem is I can
Poggies 5
I can lower it if I want to. If I want to lie to you If I want to lie to you and I want to lower it, I can do that. Your heart rate is on the higher end of normal. 60 to 100 is average. Athletes will have a slightly higher resting heart rate. Why? Also, I am not an athlete, brother. I am like the opposite of an athlete. I never do cardio, so I hate cardio. Anyway. Like, I can lower it down to, I mean, when I mean lower, I mean like, I can't get it down to like 50 ever. But I can lower it down to like
just above Biden's head, there is
85 when it's at 100 normally. I don't know. When you were watching Ben Shabibo, your heart rate was lower. You also said Code Miko, you would marry him. Explain. I'd marry Ben Shabibo. Yeah, because he's hot.
Not sure about that, sir. I drink 23 cups of coffee a day. I run marathons now but used to Olympic weightlift. I weigh 195 and my resting heart rate is 54. Athletic people tend to have lower resting heart rates, so you may actually have a problem.
Okay. The easiest way, first of all, I'm not an athletic person, but the easiest way to fucking stop me from ever doing anything new is to relentlessly and incessantly, with zero knowledge over the issue that you speak of, engage in bro science that you read in a fucking bodybuilding blog, okay, or worse than that, a cycling blog. Okay, you're all on Twitch. It literally doesn't matter if you have a PhD in the exact science that is applicable to what we're talking about. You're on Twitch, therefore you are fucking brain dead. Okay, shut the fuck up. That's my take for you. If you want to you know, say, oh my god, like, dude, you know, your heart rate is supposed to be this, your heart rate is supposed to be that. As long as it's in the 60 to 100 range, as long as it's in the 60 to 100 range, and I do routinely get checkups and shit. As long as I'm in the 60 to 100 range, I'm fine. My resting heart rate, or not necessarily resting heart rate, but my heart rate as a consequence of all the caffeine that I consume is on the higher side. And I also chew nicotine gum every single day. So it's on the higher side, but it doesn't matter. Like, if I was cranking it at like 120 all day long, then yes, that would be a problem. That would literally be a problem. Are you quitting smoking? I did quit smoking. I've quit smoking a long time ago.
Also consequence of the fact that you're a Turk brother.
I work out every day. The problem is the kind of workouts that I do. I do very little cardio. So I already know that I'm gassed. I'm gassed easy as fuck.
Ready to be party to a felony.
Anyway.
Holy shit, it's been a full year. Been following since the start of the Democratic primaries. Thanks for making politics interesting. Keep up the great work, Hassel.
Any updates on your podcast or the No Gas No Break? Yes. The All Gas No Breaks podcast is available, I think, on Patreon. They put it on their Patreon, and like they're gonna put up like the first 20 minutes or something on their regular. That's how they're doing it. How do you stay low body fat then? Staying low body fat has absolutely, like, nearly nothing to do with how much you work out, and everything to do with how little you eat or how much you eat. But donuts dumb anyway. If you don't do much aerobic exercise, it wouldn't be low. You do anaerobic, a doctor. Dr. Chess Gremlin, you're not an MD though. I thought you were like a fucking PhD in some other shit. Like chessology or some shit. Yeah, nicotine gum raises your heart rate, and so does fucking caffeine. And given that I am an avid consumer of both, of course my heart rate is going to be a little bit on the higher. The reason why I keep my body fat low, or at least lower than usual, is because I do OMAD. I eat 1 meal a day. Lifting consistently is still good for your cardiovascular system as long as you're winding yourself with the sets you do. Yeah. Does it feel like harm reduction now that Biden isn't going to roll back the Kids in Cages program? I am honestly confused by that too. Like, and also, it's always going to be harm reduction, no matter what, because harm reduction is not about what the Democrats do. It's about what the Republicans are willing and able to do. So yes, it's still technically harm reduction. But again, I have never fucking told you that like Joe Biden was going to magically wield a wand and like save America. I don't believe that he was going to do that. I never pitched you on that at all. But even I am surprised. Even I am surprised at like how... Even I'm surprised at how fucking crazy the Biden administration has been in that regard. Your body fat is probably higher than you think. A lot of obesity is around organs and fat hidden by the rib cage. Yes, my body fat is not... My body fat is not low. It's not. I'm overweight right now. Oğlum bu adam Türk değilse adı neden Hasan abi amına koyayım? Vallahi ben de bilmiyorum abi. Niye bu adam Hasan abi diye yazmış ki adını? Amcık ağzı bir tane bir Türkçe bile konuşmayı bilmiyor ki. Salak salak adam Hasan abi yazmış. Allah Allah. Manyak mıdır nedir? Bu gavurlar var ya bizim gavurlar bizim abi nereden biliyorlar ya? Türkçe konuşmayı bile bilmiyor herif.
My doc checked it out and I had to do a heart ablation. My life is so much better now.
I have knowledge about small heads and your heart rate monitor is bigger than your head. Can you make it smaller? No. My mommy got quoted at a rally. Okay, anyway. As far as are Democrats not allowed in this chat? What? Dude, what the fuck are you talking? Oh my God, I'm wearing a Joe Biden Gola Jack shirt. And also I have Donald Trump behind me. So of course people think like I'm not a fucking like
5 months
unfortunate ally / supporter of the Democratic Party. Unfortunately, because they fucking suck. Caffeine doesn't raise your resting heart rate just a bit right after you drink it, not forever. Well, considering I drink it all day long, it's a little bit higher in the mornings when I'm consuming a lot more caffeine, and then a little bit lower later at night.
Yeah, ass up with her voice in.
Anyway, where were we? Okay, did you see Shoes tweet about you? No, I did not. You get urges to smoke still? Yeah, when I fucking talk to assholes in my chat. When you do intermittent fasting, how much do you eat calorie-wise in one sitting? I'm genuinely curious. I don't do fad diets, but I'm looking to lower my body fat. It's not a fad diet. Intermittent fasting alone is nonsensical. It's what is actually the important part, and the reason why I do intermittent fasting is so I can control my binge eating. I have a habit of binge eating. Once I fucking break the seal, I can't stop. I'm like a Pringles can, okay? Once you pop, you can't stop. Everyone's different, but for me, the reason why I do OMAD or intermittent fasting is so that I can lock in a specific amount of calories that I have to consume on the lower end at a deficit so I can lose weight. The only way that I can do that is if I eat later in the day before I go to sleep. And that's precisely why I do OMAD. But the real diet there is just tracking your calories, figuring out what your basal metabolic rate is, and then eating at a deficit while still maintaining a certain amount of protein that you have to consume in order not to, in order to feed your muscles, basically. So the bad part about it might be OMAD, I guess, because a lot of people are doing it. I've been doing it for years. I'm a bit of a diet hipster in that way. But the non-fad part is the actual part that literally is the diet itself, which is tracking your calories, finding out tracking your calories and finding out what you need to consume to remain at a deficit, and then doing that. That number down on the left corner is my heart rate, yes. The microphone is not new. In the mornings, if you follow me, if you are not like a longtime fan of the show, in the mornings when I first start talking, I don't know why, but my voice is different. It's like deeper. And it's not even something that I can like fake. So I don't know why people say like you're faking it. But throughout the day, I guess maybe as the mucus clears or whatever, it starts opening up a little bit more. And the funniest part is like people say it's deeper, but it's not even deeper. I've listened to it and it literally sounds like I'm whining. I feel like I'm like, I'm whining. I'm a whiny. I'm a whiny little wiener. Look how deep your voice was here.
Good morning, everybody. Got my first parking ticket. So very excited. Got my first parking ticket of 2020, actually. Good day. Feeling alive again.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. It's very deep in the morning. And then, do you think the nerves from being on stream boost your heart rate? No. The reason why my heart rate is so fucking high is not nerves, brother. I've been streaming for a very long time. At this point, like, this is second nature. I'm more nervous when I'm not high. Unfortunately, if I start tracking calories, it'll get me in a bad headspace of eating disorders. So I just got out of, so RIP. Yeah, I mean, consult. If you have an eating disorder, then definitely consult a professional before making any like adjustments.
Ajahn Pogo.
By the way, this is precisely why I didn't want to. This is precisely why I did not want to fucking
6 months so far,
get
really enjoying your content.
a heart rate monitor,
people
because
happy.
I knew that like everyone would be. Everything I do, everyone always like hyper focuses on. So I didn't get your
3
notifications
months.
this morning, even though I have it on.
Watched
Yeah,
your
I don't know.
photo
Maybe
repo
it's
spot
like
on
maybe
pod
Twitch is
yesterday.
fucking me over.
Good
Who knows?
stuff. Digital Hassan model when?
Anyway, on personal news, I went and I
Not
worked
like
out
Pocket.
today. I went and I worked out today, which was fucking awesome, and I feel pretty good about that. I started doing a new back workout that I high-key recommend if you guys have any issues with your the shoulder blades, basically behind your shoulder blades, like in between. If you have a lot of like upper back pain, one thing that I have started doing is thoracics. Is that what it is? If you have rhomboids, maybe, I don't know, just like the area in your upper back. Like I always have issues with my neck for obvious reasons, because I'm constantly looking at the left where my tertiary is, and also because of deltoids are your shoulders. That's not what I'm talking about. Anyway, so one of the exercises I started doing is like you literally fucking sit, like you literally lay down, like you're about to get fucked in the butt, like on your, it's like doggy position basically, okay? And then it's like a stretch. I've done it with Tomei before on stream, if you guys remember, like a while back when I was doing like workout sessions indoors. But you get on your hands, you get on your knees and your fucking hands, basically hands and knees, and you take one hand without moving the rest of your body, as though you are inside of like a pipe. Basically you were stuck inside of a pipe. You move your right hand and your back, and your neck as further to the left as possible, like you're looking up in the sky,
Pog.
and then move it all the way, your right hand up like this, in the same way, basically, like as though you are literally stuck inside of a fucking pipe. I'll show you guys before. I'll show you guys maybe later on YouTube, but it's really good.
Soldier Boy off in this hoe, watch me crank.
No, it's
it,
not
watch
with
me
a.
roll,
It's
watch
not with
me
a.
crank that Soldier Boy, then Superman that hoe, now watch me.
It's not with the weights. No. I'll thread the needle. No, this is just like a stretch / exercise. It's pretty good though. Too much moving sounds like yoga. It kind of is like yoga. Anyway, my physical therapist taught me that when I was having back issues. It's really good. That's one exercise I started adding on to my why are you tracking your FPS? It's not my FPS, it's my heart rate. Kneeling T-spine rotation. Kind of, exactly. Anyway. Hey, man. For the record,
9 months ago.
don't want advice from your chat. Yeah, I didn't realize that this is what I changed my fucking title to. Like, I didn't realize that my title had been asking all the doctors in the chat for advice on my heart rate on stream. Please post your comments in the chat. Like, I really, when I put the heart rate on, I didn't realize I had an entire community full of doctors. Like, an entire community full of doctors where like every single doctor, I'm so lucky. I'm so fortunate that I have just a lot of doctors who weirdly enough, who very weirdly are literally oblivious to what like normal resting heart rates are supposed to be. Like, the amount of times I've heard, dude, your resting heart rate is 90, you're gonna die, from all of these doctors is so strange, because I actually have a physician that I go to who, whenever I get checked up, says it's perfectly fine to have my resting heart rate. But hey, I guess every fucking smooth-brained moron in my fucking chat is actually a real doctor because they one time heard. Someone yesterday tried to say you have tachycardia. Trusting chat on healthcare advice is worse than not having healthcare at all. Exactly. As a medical doctor, 90 beats per second is way too high. Dude, you are not a fucking medical doctor if that's your take.
You've really been
like, you are literally lying about being a medical doctor if that's your fucking take.
To lift today after work, and I don't want to lie to you and chat, so I'll definitely do it. As buff.
Does that back rubber thing you use help at all? Yeah, it does. Anyway. I feel good. I felt good until I decided to do this little shtick. And I get how XQC does it now, because he doesn't fucking have chat open like the moron that I am, and like constantly talks to his chat, because that would be fucking stupid. That would be a stupid way to do things. And well, because I'm a fucking idiot, of course I have an idiotic and really fucking stupid way of doing things. And that's precisely why I am, having a shitty go at it. Specifically because I foolishly listen and talk and try to have a conversation with 14,000 fucking
Sam,
morons.
thanks for the awesome time. Happy and safe
anyway.
holidays to you and yours. Hassle.
So, no, I'm no longer in a fucking good mood. And here, I'm fucking tweeting out that I'm live. Like, and also, you will never, ever comprehend what it's like that 14,000 people are literally telling you that you have a heart that is about to explode. Like, you will just never understand that. So, I don't want to hear about, like, how you fucking think that, like, you know, I need to chill out and, you know, not take chat so seriously. What the fuck? It gets really fucking annoying. And it's very quickly there already. We've reached the annoying point
Our
already.
hearts are always with you.
Impossible to adopt.
Keep the
It's
faith.
horrible to live here.
Throughout this year, we had to
xenophobic
forego
dog
many
just
of our
search and diagram.
favorite holiday traditions we have as families, as communities, and as a country. For the Bidens, we usually have 20 to 25 family members over for Christmas dinner, and then the immediate family, 14 of our kids and grandkids and their spouses
As a medical doctor with a
for
PhD
coming
in
down the
anatomy,
stairs
I
on
can
Christmas
confidently
morning,
say
but
that
not
Hassan's
this year.
head is way too small and his
Like we
shoulders
did
are
over
way too wide.
Thanksgiving.
Hassan,
We all
please
have
go
to
see
care
your
enough
head
for each
doctor.
other that we
This is urgent.
have to stay
The
apart
proportions of your
just
head
a little
and
bit
body are
longer.
super off.
I know it's
Please go
hard.
too soon.
We have a long way to go, but we're grateful that we've got the vaccine. And yesterday, in an effort to instill some confidence in the vaccine, I had my shot administered in public. And I got a chance to thank all those nurses and docs at Christiana Hospital for what they've been putting up with and doing for so long. I look forward to the second shot, and I have
9
absolute
months of
confidence in the
shamelessly defending
vaccine.
the USSR in chat, comrade.
But we're in short supply. Taking the vaccine from a vial into the arm of millions of Americans is one of the biggest operational challenges the United States has ever faced. We're 300 million people. And we're going to take many more months for that to happen. In the meantime, this pandemic rages on. Experts say things are going to get worse before they get better, notwithstanding the fact we have the vaccine. As you all know, we're averaging a death rate of close to 3,000 people a day. That means we're going to lose tens of thousands of more lives in the months to come.
You have such a high
And the
heart rate
vaccine
because
won't
you
be
need
able to
pump
stop
that
that.
big boy full of blood.
So we'll
Yeah.
still have to remain vigilant. We need everyone to mask up, stay socially distanced, avoid large gatherings, particularly inside.
Stop highlighting your messages,
We need
chat.
to work in a
Save your channel
bipartisan
points for the
way.
casino tonight.
That's the only way we're going to get through this in tough times. And we have our first hint and glimpse of bipartisanship. I applaud the Congress, their economic relief package that included funding for vaccine distribution, much needed temporary relief for workers, families, and small businesses. In this election, the American people made it clear they want us to reach across
happy.
the aisle and work together on matters of national concern to get something done. And I believe that to be the case from the very beginning of my campaign, and I'm happy to see members of Congress heeding that message as well from their own constituents. Leaders in both House and Senate, both parties, deserve credit for making the hard compromises to get this done. But like all compromises, it's far from perfect. But it does provide vital relief at a critical moment. However, as I've said all along, this bill is just the first step, a down payment in addressing the crises, more than one, that we're in. There's a lot more work to do. Early next year, I'm going to put forward to the Congress my plans for what comes next. We'll need more help to fully distribute the vaccine. We're going to need more testing in order to be able to open our schools. We're going to need more funding to help firefighters and police, many of whom are being laid off as I speak. And the same with nurses, risking their lives in the front lines. The same for millions of hurting families who are unable to put food on the table, pay rent or the mortgage. Unemployment's extended for another 10 weeks. It's going to take a lot longer than that. But Congress did its job this week. And I can and I must
Big time.
ask them to do it again next year. But even with the changes in approach I'm going to put in place in late January, people are still going to be getting sick and dying from COVID. One thing I promise you about my leadership during this crisis, I'm going to tell it to you straight. I'm going to tell you the truth. And here's the simple truth.
Hassle, everyone hassle.
Our darkest days in the battle against COVID are ahead of us, not behind us. So we need to prepare ourselves to steel our spines. As frustrating it is to hear,
already 6 months
it's
since
going to
I
take
decided to
patience,
start supporting this
persistence,
poor champagne
and
socialist
determination
vegan lover.
to beat this
Time flies,
virus.
hassle.
There'll be no time to waste in taking the steps we need to turn this crisis around.
Pogu.
My administration will start to do its part on our first day in office with masking requirements, a new strategy for testing, accelerated protection, protective gear. And we're going to challenge Congress and the American people to step up immediately as well to do their part. As with the relief bill passed by Congress, there's another challenge which my administration will confront on a bipartisan basis. A massive cybersecurity breach against the U.S. companies, many of them, as well as federal agencies.
Nina Turner.
And there's still so much we don't know, including the full scope of the breach or the extent of the damage it has caused. But we know this much. This attack constitutes a grave risk to our national security. It was carefully planned and carefully orchestrated. It was carried out by using sophisticated cyber tools. The attackers succeeded in catching the federal government off guard and unprepared.
From what I understand, these attacks, these cyber attacks are basically like regular espionage. You know how like Cold War era you would have spies and shit?
Scraping up
like they would just be a part of your daily activities, your government or whatever. And they would just like relay information back to, I guess, Russia or whichever government is spying on behalf of. It's similar to that. It's not like.
It did that from eliminating.
The problem here is that America's cybersecurity is fucking garbage, dude.
To firing the director of cyberspace and infrastructure security.
A lot of it is corporate espionage, which occurs all the time anyway. But like our cyber defenses are, according to experts, and I am not an expert, our cybersecurity is fucking garbage.
But I'm working my way to get my Turkish muscle BF.
Serious threat by our leadership at the highest levels. We can't let this go unanswered. That means making clear and publicly who is responsible for the attack and taking meaningful steps to hold
like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to Russia? Like, are you going to punish them?
Secretary of State,
are you going to add additional sanctions? Like,
that Russia,
okay, you do additional sanctions and they fucking, they move their tanks over to fucking Poland. Like, how are you going to deal with a foreign adversary, a world power? Like, just fix your fucking cybersecurity.
This assault happened on Donald Trump's watch when he wasn't watching. It's still his responsibility as president to defend American interests for the next 4 weeks. But rest assured that even if he does not take it seriously, I will.
The foreign policy understander is logged on? No, you're right. We should
just see leaders in both parties
sanction Russia further.
Speak out loudly and clearly.
And fuck over our relationship with a regional power that has a genuine interest in what happens in the Middle East. I think that's a good way to deal with Russia.
Confront these threats on a bipartisan basis with a united front here at home.
I love politics.
That should be encouraging to the American people and a warning to our adversaries. In the meantime,
swear to God, my heart rate raises every time I even turn over to look at
cooperate
chat.
fully, which they haven't been doing, to share information that becomes available.
Terrible.
On both the impact and our response.
My heart rate literally peaks when I look at chat.
Ensure a smooth transition
me off.
to protect the American people as administrations change. Over the next month,
I assume he's going to take questions at the end of this.
I intend to continue focusing on building my team so that the right people are in place on day one of my administration to take over this effort, to prioritize cybersecurity across the board. And I'll consult with experts to plan for the steps that my administration will take in order to secure our systems, improve our cyber defenses, and to better withstand
You're gonna
future
hire like
attacks that we
fucking
know will
a couple
come.
Yale graduates that are
and to
related to
impose
like I don't
costs
know Bruce
those who
Reed or
conduct
some
them.
shit
And I fully expect bipartisan
that
support for
are
this based on
gonna
what we've heard so
download the
far.
latest update
Our
Norton
adversaries are highly
antivirus on
capable.
every computer,
Cyber threats are among the greatest threats to our global security in the 21st
and
century.
then call it a fucking day, and then
I believe we have
surprise,
to
and then
treat
do
them with the
surprise
same
Pikachu
seriousness and
face whenever
we
our
treated
systems
threats
are
of other
compromised again.
unconventional
A
weapons.
big part of the cybersecurity
To work with our
problem
allies
isn't even
to establish
fucking
clear international
isn't even
rules and
around
mechanisms to
IT. A
enforce
big
them,
part of the problem also
and
is human
consequences
beings
for those
that are
countries
incredibly
that
penetrable
violate them.
and incredibly
I
fucking
want to close with this.
easy to hack
As I
with
look at the
a little
first
bit of
what will
social
be
engineering.
millions of vaccinations
That's precisely how
going in the
SIM
arms of
swipers, for
Americans
example,
after
or
hundreds,
like 17-year-old
thousands of
dildos
lives
from
lost.
Florida
Congress
can just
finally
literally
passed an
go
economic relief
and
package after
social
months and
engineer
months of
their way
delay.
into AT&T and like
At a new
steal all your
urgency
fucking information.
For a bipartisan approach to
It's the
cybersecurity
human side
after
of
years of a
it's
president
the human
who
side
refused to
of
stand
every
up to our
fucking
adversaries and hold them
security
accountable.
system that is the most penetrable.
I'm reminded of the quote this season from a Jesuit priest named Alfred Delp. He wrote, quote, Advent.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about the Jesuit priest dude that you're talking about. Anyway, so he's gonna take questions in the end of this. We got a bunch of stuff to look at. Matt Gaetz is out and about partying again, though.
As someone who has earned
This dude
$1
cannot
billion
stop
companies, I
partying,
have a
dude.
metaphorical
He will not
degree of
stop. He can't
understanding
stop,
for the
won't
pressure
stop.
you feel from
Here's
chat
Matt
and your
Gaetz in
success to
confined
date.
space.
Data without actionable recourse and negative impact is bad. Kill the heart rate monitor.
What?
You guys are my best friends.
I think I
thick
should
and
probably
thin. We've
stop
always
looking at
been together.
TTS
We're one of
too.
a kind,
I
having
should
fun
just
all day,
like
palling
find
around and
the
laughing away.
muscle
Just best friends,
within
best
me
friends are
to
we. Don't I love you guys.
avoid listening to the TTS as well, because even that's fucking annoying, dude. Even the people who think they're being helpful to be like, dude, I'm on your side, like you're not. You're just not. You're just being annoying. Okay. Anyway, it's top of the hour every hour, 6-second ad break, and then we're gonna get to more news. Here it is.
I hope you're having a good day. Hassle.
I'm fucking not. I'm literally not. Jesus Christ. All right. Matt Gaetz is dancing and partying and shit.
I've been binging your videos for a couple days now. I'm on an edit for Charlie, and I love watching you two game together the other
Okay,
night.
well.
Keep up the great work, man.
Okay, first of all, Matt Gaetz and other Republicans, it should be criminal for Republicans to hang out with cuties. That's one. Two. I'm sorry. Do you have a license for that, bruv? It seems like you're streaming it. Do you have a license for that artistic rendition of Wagon Wheel? Because our RoboCops are knocking on your door soon. If you're streaming that shit to your Instagram, you fucking better think twice about that, you fucking bitch. We're gonna knock down your door, break it down, and fucking kill you. Because that's the law now. Okay? Hey, that's a felony, brother. Got a phone, he's streaming it on Instagram.
Took 2 weeks off because of finals.
We need to take him down, sir.
Hasn't chat.
Wait, is that his wife? Hold on. Who the fuck is that? She's like rubbing his back and shit.
Hey everyone, the millionaire Twitch streamer is sad today.
Hey, a millionaire Twitch streamer sad today? Dude, I know. Look, dude, if you're on Twitch and you make a healthy amount of money, you're literally not allowed to be sad. Like, you're literally not allowed to be sad or not get annoyed with your circumstance. Like, it doesn't matter. After a certain amount of money, it's like, okay to be ritually humiliated or degraded. It's totally fine. And some of you will literally say this. Like, some of you unironically would say this, oh, dude, I would do it. No, you wouldn't. No, you fucking wouldn't. You have no idea what it's like until you're there. most of you develop social anxiety, again, in regular social settings, let alone a setting where you have 14,000, 15,000, 16,000, however many fucking people all telling you they know more about your life than you do. You get annoyed in relationships when your girlfriend tells you not to do some shit or when your boyfriend tells you to do something. Now imagine having that kind of nagging energy from literally everyone. You turn on your fucking stream and then like just complete fucking strangers are just telling you they know what you should do. And coming at it from a completely uninformed
who don't
position.
know what a party is but want to throw one anyway.
But making it seem as though they know everything. You don't know what that's like. You will never know what that's like. So maybe shut the fuck up. Thank you for the $5, by the way, you fucking moron. Thank you for giving me $5 fucking dollars and adding additional funds to my fucking growing wealth. To just say that. Oh, look at this Twitch streamer, he's crying. I hope you have a pathetic loser existence going forward from this moment on.
I appreciate the depth and analysis you provided. Really sucks to see you getting burnt out, and I hope it gets better for you. This political and societal climate is exhausting, and you provide me hope that Terry's still a few sane people left. THX.
Anyway, so many people are barely holding on. The proposed relief doesn't even cover a month of rent. A small band-aid to make Congress members look good while they go on holiday break is insufficient. This is what one of the chatters' parents said this. Is that true? Oh, nice link there, Twitter. So we're going to talk a lot about the stimulus today. And one thing we're going to talk about the stimulus is
3 months.
The fact that in a weird way, the stimulus has brought people together. In a weird way, the stimulus has frustrated Americans on the Republican side, some of whom are frustrated because they're supporters of Donald Trump and they think Donald Trump wanted to give more money. But a lot of Americans are upset at basically the game being revealed to them. Thank you, Japalian, for the 50 tier 1 gift subs. The game being revealed to them is that politicians have a tremendous amount of leeway for bipartisan compromise when it comes to expanding our military budget. They have no qualms when it comes to giving money to corporations. But when it comes down to giving money to you, the poors, well, then their pockets seem not so flush. And people are recognizing that. They're seeing how long these back and forth, these deliberations take. And they're seeing the outcome of that, which is $600. Now, the $600 is literally not for your rent. It's just not. I said this yesterday, and I will repeat it. You can't possibly fathom being able to pay off if your unemployment is dried out. If you were lucky enough to be able to get unemployment, your unemployment is dried out, and you've been postponing your rent on one of the properties that you're on that is controlled by the federal government to a degree, or at least under the protection of the CARES Act, under the eviction moratorium. So you've been pushing your eviction for 6 months, 7 months. $600 is not going to fucking cut it. Like, you don't live inside of a hut. It's not going to cut it on any part of the country.
All love, you have been keeping me entertained during WFH for a couple months now. Keep up the great content.
So no matter what happens here, like, that $600 is basically like a fuck you. Now, the unemployment insurance, the additional unemployment insurance is good. The $300 is not as good as the $600 a week. But the $600 a week went away a while ago. Some people never even were able to get their unemployment unemployment
Happy
funds.
Holidays, your content
That entire system is designed to be as hard as possible. Basically, like a bunch of big-brained losers getting together and trying to figure out how best can we put as many hurdles as possible between someone who is recently unemployed and actually getting that relief that they absolutely need. And they're doing this in spite of the fact that the CARES Act had demonstrable benefits, lowest levels of poverty seen in American history in the middle of a fucking pandemic, lowest levels of poverty when 60 million people were unemployed. And the reason for that was because of direct relief. Now, the problem is, there is, and I mentioned this before, there is no way, no feasible way at the moment of distributing funds like you would in an unemployment insurance system at the controlled by the federal government or at the federal level. There is no payment distribution system that you could use that adjusts to your income level or whatever you were making, even if you want to do that. And that's precisely why you need PPP. The reason why the government decided, like, how will we help the workers further, aside from a one-off $1,200 payment, which is nothing, how will we help the average American worker that is already working, that is on the front lines? Do we, I don't know, offer additional relief that's conditional, that ensures that you have to offer, you know, hazard pay, for example? No. Well, there are some limitations in on these new loans, I think, with the PPP, but again, there is no regulatory check on it. There's no regulatory body that controls how these funds are dispersed or how these funds are utilized. And that's why you hear about a new story of a fucking mega church abusing the PPP, or some dude in fucking Florida who's a shark and a con man who took out like $1 million, took out like $1 million and then just like wasted it on fucking, you know, prostitutes and drugs or some shit. Like, unfortunately, the only way that right now, the only way that you can give funds to Americans as they sit this COVID pandemic out, because that's the point of why this relief exists, is so that the economy doesn't completely fall apart, because the American working class has a fundamental role, and that role is consumers. And without us consuming the rest of the world's filth and America's filth, then the global economy would fucking collapse. So in order to maintain that, in order to maintain the global markets, we had to give Americans money.